Nice to see you all again here on the NC 500.
On a wet, rainy day.
A very wet, rainy day. Honestly, it wasn't raining when we set off from the van and then it just bucketed it down.
Yes.
And we've only walked 100 metres and it stopped again. And now it's started again. And we've had 2 double rainbows. It's incredible weather here. Right, where are we, Mazzy?
Smoo Cave.
Smoo Cave. Looking forward to this one, are you?
Yes.
Lots of stories to tell you all about this place, so let's make our way down there. I'm hoping the cliffs are going to protect us from the weather a bit.
Oh, I hope so.
And the wind, so let's go.
Yeah,
come on. Can you see the house, Mazzy?
Yes.
That was built in the 1700s by a builder, and he employed a lot of people, and he used to pay them with oat biscuits. He employed them to carry meal. You know that meal which makes oat biscuits?
Yeah, the biscuits you bought.
Yeah, them biscuits I bought, which were beautiful, weren't they? He used to make the meal or something, and he used to pay people to carry it all the way up to the top, which is quite steep and horrible steps. And I bet I didn't have steps like this in them days. And yeah, he paid them in oat cakes. No money involved. So here we are going across the bridge to the entrance to the amazing Smoo Cave. Check that out. You know what's amazing about this entrance to this cave, Mazzy?
I'm not going to get wet.
You're not going to get wet, yeah, that is a fact. But
What?
It is the biggest entrance to a cave in Britain.
Oh wow.
Yep, it
Yeah,
is
it's wonderful.
huge. For all you geeks out there who want the facts, it's actually 40 metres wide by 15 metres tall. It really doesn't do it justice on this camera at all. It just looks like a little cave entrance, but it is huge. The thing about this place is the colours on the walls. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but I can only describe it as an oil painting.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the walls have been done in oil. It's just amazing textures and colours. So you've got this little section here. Basically, you can get tours in here. We're not going to do it today, I don't think. We did discuss it, thought about it. Adults £6, children £3.
It's not open today anyway.
It's not open today due to heavy rain and strong winds. But one thing I will say, they've got these information boards. Update them, guys, come on. Look how old and battered these are. You can hardly see them. You know. And how many people come here every year?
Yeah, and they don't pay a penny, so be grateful.
Well, a lot do pay pennies.
Do they?
A lot do pay when they come and go on the tour.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
But no matter whether you pay or not, come on, how hard is it just to update them things? 40,000 people come every year. You want to make a good impression. So this is the first chamber.
Okay.
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a big chamber.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest in the world or anything, but it is big. It is the biggest entrance in Britain. But this is unique, is this place. It's the only place in Britain where this first chamber is created by the sea.
Oh.
And the inner chambers are created by rainwater.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, not that interesting, but it's a fact.
Who lived here? I want to know who lived here.
Who lived here? The devil, apparently.
Oh, really?
That is a true story.
Ooh.
It is reputed to have been the home of the devil. You love your artefacts and things, don't you?
I do.
Things which are found in caves by archaeologists. Yeah. Well, they found things here from the Norse era, which is like Viking times, which is 1,000 years ago. They found things from the Iron Age, which is like 2,000 years ago. And they've even found things from Metholithic times. I think I've said that right. They reckon people have been living in this cave for 5,000 years.
Wow.
Imagine all the stories this cave could tell. I bet there's been some great parties in here. So back in the 1700s, 2 taxmen came here, you know, excise men. No one likes them. They came here looking for barrels of whiskey or barrels of rum because it was a right smuggler's area. So they're in here, they're going around just near the waterfall around the corner, which we'll take you to in a minute. And they got too close to the waterfall, and it caught the boat and killed them.
Oh.
Killed them both. And one of them, his body has never been recovered.
Oh.
Yeah, they recovered one of them, not the other. And he is said to haunt this place. You can hear him going all the time at night, never in day. Okay, so let's go look at the best bit.
Yes!
It's a waterfall inside. You know how big it is? 66 foot. That's a big... We've seen smaller waterfalls and we've actually gone to them just because it's a waterfall.
How big is this?
How big is this?
Yeah.
40 metres at the entrance.
But how many foot, I mean?
Sorry, 15 metres. I don't know. Don't know. Let's just do it. 66 foot. Let's go see the waterfall.
I can feel the wind gushing through.
Yeah, it gets windy and it gets wet. So the sound is going to be unbearable for you. You're not going to hear what we're saying probably. And we're probably going to get water on the street. Do you like it?
Yeah! Oh, it's not that far. Where's the water coming from?
66 foot up. Now the thing about this cave is you can only see part of it because of the roof of the cave, but it actually goes up 66 foot. Now, one legend says that it's actually the devil weeing down the hole. That's his toilet. It's not really a legend, I just made that up, but it does look like, if the devil did wee, I can imagine that's what it would look like. Now they do say it is the porthole to a different world.
Okay, to where?
A fairy world.
Really? Okay.
A fairy world, which is quite fitting really, because there's like 3 different holes at the backs of the caves.
Right.
One of the holes they can't get access into, they don't know where it leads.
Oh wow.
Is there loads of fairies at the back of that cave? Or is it the devil, because he is said to live here? Maybe the devil lives with fairies.
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but we have heard some stories that fairies are pretty bad, haven't we?
Yeah.
Some people in Scotland think fairies are a bad thing, so maybe there's bad fairies and the devil having orgies in the back of a cave.
I can hear it. It's like, yeah. Can you hear me?
What are you doing?
I can hear my echo.
Just because there were some kids on there shouting.
I wanted to have a go.
Yeah, but it's not a ritual or anything. It was just some kids having fun.
Well, you told me you did some silly ritual running around that 3 times last time.
I do believe last time I came here, I think I did something like go around here 3 times. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back on that video. I'm sure there was a story which I haven't found this time. There is another story about the devil. Something to do with, he used to have classes on black magic, yeah? Like a college or a university. And apparently at this university, the Devil's University, the last person out of his last class at last term, he used to take him and steal his soul.
Okay.
Right, okay. Now, there was this guy who was last, who was called Donald. So Donald was the last guy in class, and he's just walking out, and the devil comes up to him and says, "Excuse me, you were the last student on the last day of term at this College of Black Magic. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to take your soul." Because I do that, it's just like a tradition I do every year. I hope you don't mind. And he ain't right happy, ain't Donald, but he thinks, "Okay then, but can I just go get some fish and chips and I'll meet you back at the cave? Is that alright?" He says, "Yeah, but don't be too long, yeah? I've got to get home for my tea soon, so meet you back at cave in half an hour." So Donald goes, he gets his fish and chips, or so the devil thinks. He doesn't. He runs to the cave, does Donald. He comes here, and because he's been taught black magic all this time, he knows a bit of black magic. So he comes here and he goes, "Abracadabra, I am Donald, I'm fantastic and I am Scottish." Does that with his wand, and his soul comes off his body. His shadow comes off his body, rather.
Right, okay.
So then he runs off. So the devil turns up and he sees the shadow and he thinks it's Donald. And he thinks, oh, so it did come. Thank you very much. I'll have your soul. And he like eats him up. But Donald is actually, he's gone. And Donald could be seen for all the rest of his life walking around with no shadow.
Oh wow.
True story, that.
He should have just nicked his lunch really and had some fish and chips, shouldn't he? I would have done. Just go away. I would have done.
It's quite funny really because there's just drips coming on us all the time. It just got Mazzy right under the eye just as she was talking.
Went in my mouth earlier.
In 1720 there's been a massacre here.
Of what?
The Gun Clan. Have you heard of the Guns? G-U-N-N. The Gun Clan were coming here looking for a fight, and all the local residents says, oh well, we'll give you a fight in that cave down there. Meet you there in 20 minutes. So all Gun Clan came down. All the residents got together and they got like guns and fiery stuff and stuff. Because they were outside, they could just shot things into here and killed all the guns. So loads of guns died in here. They're meant to haunt the place as well.
Yeah.
Now, I say they're meant to haunt the place. What they're supposed to do, apparently, is make noises like this. Apparently.
Something like that, eh?
Just two more little stories. Now, I don't know if I believe this one at all. I don't get it. Apparently, in Mesolithic times, so we're talking thousands of years ago, right? It's Neanderthal times. You know when they think of. Can you just hold that for a minute?
Yeah.
It's my arm's killing me. You know, cavemen in them days, they reckon they used to walk like that and drag the knuckles on floor. It were in them days. But apparently archaeologists have found a shopping trolley of some description from that era, obviously made out of wood or something. Like, it'll probably be a cart if it's really there. And apparently it's in a museum in Edinburgh.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if that's true or just I read some stupid website. I can't imagine there's a caveman shopping trolley in a museum, but I hope it's right, I really do. So one last little story. Mazzy said to me when you were doing a bit of research on this place, you were saying about the piranhas.
Oh yeah!
What was the story with the piranhas?
I don't know, I just know when you go on one of the boat tours, when you're in a boat, the tour guides will throw a load of like bread in and the piranhas go all mental and stuff and nibble it, and that's what I read.
Yeah, now you told me that story and I laughed, I thought it was another Mazzy moment. Piranhas in Scotland, shut up. But I've read a few stories and it might be true. There might be piranhas in there, which I suppose you'd have to go on the tour, which is £6 each, which isn't on today, and find out. But if there's piranhas in there, that would be absolutely fascinating. I wanted to go on the tour simply for that reason, to see if there's piranhas in there. Wow. So that was Smoo Cave, which is one of the biggest tourist attractions on the North Coast 500. What did you think, Mazzy?
You've got to get and see it, yeah.
You've got to see it. You've got to see it. It's free. You know, you can go on the tour, which apparently it looks really good. I looked on YouTube. It does look really good. You get to walk inside and stuff. And,
I would have loved to have done that.
But not on today, unfortunately.
No.
It won't take you long to look around at all. Steep steps going down, steep steps going back up.
Yes.
But well worth it, just for the colours. The texture on the walls is amazing.
I've never seen water come down at such a speed either though. That was quite interesting.
The waterfall is probably the best part of it, just seeing that. It's just a shame you can only see like the bottom bit of the waterfall.
Yeah.
There is a viewing point up here where I think you can sort of look back down it, but you still can't see it properly. Anyway, Smoo Cave, get yourself there. So where did the water come from, Mazzy wanted to know? It comes from down there, and it goes straight down a hole there, and you can just see it flying down there. That is a wonderful view. So this is your last view from this place. Looking straight down the waterfall. This bridge is in way, to be honest with you. You can't see it as well as I'd like to. You filming?
I am.
Well, I'm glad you are. I'm really glad you are, to be honest with you. Right, you asked me to go out and get you some bread, didn't you?
Only bread?
Just bread.
Yeah.
Just bread. You know what I've come back with? I haven't just come back with bread. People say I'm so tight. I'm really not. Look what I've got you. I don't eat snacky things. Well, I do because you give me them. But I never go and buy snacky things. Don't interest me. I'll eat it if it's put in front of me. I've got you snacky things, darling.
Thanks, babe.
Caramel bars, 6. 5. Sorry, 5.
Those.
5. Right, that was £1.20. Space Raiders,
Oh, I
cheese and
love
onion.
Space Raiders. Pickle onion, actually.
Baked crinklies, cheese and onion flavour.
Oh!
This is all for you.
Thanks, babe.
Knick-knacks, nice and spicy. Baked crinkles, cheese and onion. I think I got 2 of them because I like them as well. And scampi fries.
Ooh.
And you only sent me out for a bit of bread, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the special bit. You didn't tell me what kind of bread you wanted. You didn't say whether you wanted thick or thin or white or brown. You know what I've come back with? You're not going to believe what they do nowadays. This is amazing. Are you ready? It's 50-50. That's white. That's brown.
Oh my God.
So you can choose. I'm serious. Look, if you look at top, that's white. That's brown. It's absolutely amazing. So I've got you basically 2 loaves of bread in one. I think it cost me about £5.60.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, didn't have to. I could have just spent 80 pence. There were a loaf for 80 pence, but I didn't get that. I got you the best. It's Kingsmill, top of the range, 50-50 and loads of sweets. Because I'm not tight with money. I'm just careful. I love you.
Still cheaper than a pie, wasn't it?
What did you just say?
You surely don't think half the loaf is white and half the loaf is brown, do you?
Yeah.
No, they mean like it's 50% brown and 50% white in one loaf.
Mazzy, half of that loaf is white, half of that loaf is brown. Facts. Honestly, they've invented it.
No, I don't think they mean. I don't think they mean that, honey.
Open it, find out.
No, not now.
Half of that is white, half of it is brown.
Really?
It's not like every loaf is like a bit of brown mixed in with a bit of white and it's like a different colour, like tan.
What, really?
Really? Open it and find out. Honestly, I just bought you that. That's your treat. I've just taught you something in life. White stroke brown bread. It's the future.
Come on, tell everybody. Now look at the state of my loaf of bread, guys.
You've still got your loaf of bread. Don't complain. Don't worry about it. Now, we've just got a loaf from each side of the loaf, a slice from each side of the loaf, to compare, to make sure one is brown, one is white.
Let me show the guys.
Show them.
They're exactly the same.
I don't think they are. I think that one's darker.
No, it's exactly the same.
They do look the same, but honestly, I do think, read the packet. Someone out there must know, is one side brown and one side white, or is it like 50-50 mixed white and brown? It has to be.
And how can I read the packet? You've ripped everything to bits.
One of them's brown, one of them's white. It has to be. That one's browner than that one. It is, I can see it in picture. You've mixed them all up now.
They're the same, they're exactly the same.
They are not the same. They're not the same. Give me that packet, look. 50, that's clearly trying to say 50. Right, that half is soft white bread. That half is whole, with hidden whole grain, no bits. That's like brown bread, that's like white bread.
If that was the case, why don't they then have an opening that end in case you want brown? You know?
I don't know. Let's just be happy with what they've invented. Let's not complain about little things like that. Maybe in the future they'll have an opening at each end. I don't know.
Brown one and a white one. Exactly the same, babe.
They're not the same. One of them's got wholemeal.
You're annoying. You're not giving up, are you?
Well, I'm not, no. If you look at that one, that looks white. If you look at that one, it looks white. You have to go in, look, because of the wind. That one looks a bit browny. Only a little bit, but it is. It's white and brown.
Honey, you're such a silly sausage.
I'm not a silly sausage, honestly. Everyone is going to be commenting saying how stupid you are for not knowing 50-50 bread is 1 part white, 1 part brown. That is white. It tastes like white bread. That it's grainy. It's got multi-wheaty brown in it. White, brown, clear. Only an idiot wouldn't know the difference. We'll see you on the next. Have a good day. Goodbye from the Travel Trolls TV.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Please comment and hit the like button. That helps our channel grow.
If you like what you see, click here to subscribe. Check out this other great video.
And if you really want to show your support, join the club, become a Patreon for extra videos and perks.
The more support we get, the more content we can give. We'll see you tomorrow
on Travel Trolls TV.